content creators that talk to you as if they know you.
Yeah, this video is going to be about like all the videos that are titled like let's say like a title called like "Pride is your enemy," or why why you're a weak man, or oh you shouldn't have told her, or you're gonna regret doing this. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of like videos that are made by people that are like giving advice, and they title their videos in such a way that like it insinuates or alludes to like them talking directly to you. And I absolutely hate that style. It is vile. It's like the people that are making that video are trying to give advice, or they're trying to like talk about an experience, and it's supposed to like relate to the viewer, and then the viewer watches it and they're like, oh, like this is advice for me. And it's like all the people that look to videos online for advice are morons. They are you should avoid contact with people like that almost at all costs. Serious, I'm not even playing. I'm not kidding. Like, you have your, like, these people that are like speaking to hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, like whatever number of people that they're speaking to, and they're trying to make it's like just fishing. Like, it's just all the people that are dumb enough to think that the information in that video corresponds to their experience that the speaker is completely and utterly unaware of. Like, unless it's directly to you, right? Okay, that's fair. Like, they're giving advice directly to you. They know your situation. They know what you are going through, and so on. Like, if it's on a personal basis, that's a different story. What I'm talking about is like people who are like making these videos that are geared toward like whatever demographic that will like cling to the fact that they now have this advice, and it seems as though the person is speaking directly to them, even though they're not. Like, those are for people who are just straight up, like I said, morons. Like, they don't think about the reality of their situation, the speaker's situation, and the reality of it, the actual dynamics at play. It's like someone who's giving advice, like, let's say pride is your enemy, or like pride is your worst enemy, for example, something like that. And they're saying in the video like, oh, like, you need to watch your pride, and you need to watch, like, pride is your enemy. It's like you could be a completely not prideful person at all, and it's like they're still in the video, they're talking as if they're talking to you. And like, it's not a real thing. It's not a real thing. And even if you did like feel as though it applied to you, it really doesn't. Like, you have your own experience, your own reasoning. Like, what you're doing essentially is you're being renewed by their words, and you are feeling a false sense of renewal based on like your biases, your prejudices, anything that you believe in being reinforced by that person who's making the video. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing anything there in terms of renewing your own mind. Like, to renew your own mind, it's something that I talked about in a video that I deleted, which is like, don't follow me. It's something that UG Krishnamurti says, which I adore him for. It's like, all the videos that I'm ever going to make that are about the topics that I want to talk about, at either the ones that I have loaded up, the ones that I have ready to go, the ones I'm planning on, the ones that I'll be inspired to make at another time. It's like, I have no interest in people giving me credit, right, for them being able to renew their own minds through their own minds from whatever I say. You know, it's like never going to be about how, oh, like what I said helped, you know, you. What I said was advice. Oh, it felt like it was meant for me. Like, no, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant for anybody in turn. Like, whatever I make is meant for the person to renew their own minds with their own thoughts, with their own experience. If there's anything that can be applied to it, sure. Like, it's all coming from you, not me. You know what I'm saying? All the people that would like gather a community or gather like a fan base, and they have the intention of people being indebted to them for, you know, being inspired by them and what they have to say, and then like saying, oh, it was them that helped me through this advice. You know, it was as if they're speaking to me, and so on. Like, that whole dynamic is just fake. It's moronic. Like, it doesn't actually apply to them. There's no reason to be like grateful, you know, or there's no, like, it's all like you have the ability to take what they're saying and make something out of it. They have done nothing. You know, they spoke into a camera acting like they're talking to you, you know, trying to cultivate a fan base based on, you know, appeasing your prejudices, your biases, your bitterness toward the world, and then you deciding to like either give them money, give them allegiance, hold them in a higher esteem than they deserve, and so on. I just hate it. That's why I wanted to talk about it. It's dumb. It's just straight up for morons. Like, if you want to talk about straight up principles, you know, things like moral responsibilities, like understanding situations in terms of like a parable, a story, you know what I mean, or like a real life example, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is a different thing. That's one thing. But it's like to give advice and act like you're speaking to a person through the internet, through a video. It's like, to me, it's sickening. Like, especially because people who don't have the ability to recognize like what the reality of what's happening in that kind of, you know, exchange, right? There's not even an exchange. There's no exchange. You're watching a video and you're using your brain power, you know, your mind to renew yourself, or, you know, rework your thoughts, rework your worldview, rewrite your thoughts, you know, try to better yourself. Like, that's all productive, you know, that's all something that has a value, you know. But like, there's just so many videos of like someone talking like that, like they're talking to that person and they're giving advice to that person. No, that's not how it works. That's not the reality of the situation. I just wanted to make a video. It pisses me off seeing it, and it pisses me off seeing people grovel at people because they imagine in their deluded minds that the person is talking to them, or the person is like giving them advice, or they're in a situation that the speaker is completely unaware of, and they should actually take that person's advice or their worldview into consideration, despite them not having any idea about the viewer's actual reality, or what the viewer does, or what the viewer has gone through, or and so on. Like, it's a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? These people are like being controlled based off of their credulity. Like, they don't understand the responsibility of being themselves and being renewed by their own minds. They want to be renewed by somebody else, and they look to somebody else to renew them with, you know, advice, with some kind of anecdote, you know, anything. You know, it's just so dumb. It's so dumb. I just absolutely hate it. Like, giving a story and giving an example about some kind of moral responsibility, that's fine. It's just annoying. It's so sad. It's so sad to see people groveling at others for a false notion that the speaker actually gives a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking sad. And then they spend their life and they spend their time, you know, like kissing somebody's ass who just does not give a fuck about them at all. It's disgusting. It's pathetic. On both ends, it really is. So when I see content that's like that, like why you're not the man that you're supposed to be, why you need to focus on your pride, or like, you know, it's like I see a video like that, I'm like, what pride? You know what I'm saying? What pride? What pride do I have? What am I doing with my life that is supposed to like make people think I'm proud of myself? You know what I'm saying? It's just so ridiculous. And that's just one example. I mean, there's so many examples out there of people like talking to their viewer like they know them, and then the viewer gets hypnotized and mesmerized by, you know, hearing things that are similar to their circumstance but have nothing to do with their circumstance at all. Yeah, it's just like those people. Like I said, those people are fucking morons. It's that simple.